Well, hey crafty friends, it's Heidi Scott with DIY Dreaming, and on this video we're going to do something super simple, super simple, and then I'm going to show you this, which I use these a lot, so you may have seen this before, but I'm going to show you how to do some edging with it. It's called a palette knife. It is from Dollar Tree. It's plastic. I've used mine tons, so it is looking pretty terrible. But anyways, that's the plan, and we're going to use this beautiful design that says, the only ghost welcome here is the Holy Ghost. And if you look behind me, let me move this, right here, you can see that I did a beautiful sign with it already. Love this. Love this stencil. I don't tend to do a lot of Halloweenish type fall projects. I do more fall, general fall, and then faith. And anyway, so this is perfect for that. Okay, so we're going to be doing it on something that is called a shelf sitter. And I want to introduce you to those in case you've never heard that term before. A shelf sitter, they come in lots of sizes from magnoliadiy.com. They also come in a few different colors. And basically what it is it's a hollow wood piece that can stand up on its own. This is a little one. This is a white distressed 5x7. That is not going to work. It's going to be way too small. This is the one we're going to use. Let's see if it says what this size is. This one is 9x12. These are just great. And the thing is, we're using chalk paste, so at the end of the season, I can wash it off. Sometimes it will leave behind a little bit of like a shadow if I used a dark color. If that's the case, I can give it a very light sanding after it's cleaned off, and I can put a coat of cream colored paint over the top of it. And this has some distressing already on the edges. It can go like this or like this, and I can do both sides, but that's going to be great. And then this one is 12x12. It's a square, and I don't know if you've noticed, but Magnolia has a lot of stencil designs that are square. And I will probably put this in my bookshelves out in my family room, but this design here would look great for fall on this. And if you look behind me, you can see I did like a chalkboard sign back there, and I added a count your blessings to the top. So let me just move you a little bit. Anyway, so there are just so many things that you can do. So this is 12x12 shelf sitter. And you can do both sides, but we're going to do this 9x12. And we're going to use this design, which I've already used 3 or maybe 4 times. So I'm not going to fuzz it. But fuzzing it is where you put it on something, a piece of fabric, or like my dress here, because it's not super fuzzy, a pair of jeans, a t-shirt, or a tacky towel, which looks like this. And you're just taking a little bit of the stick off of it so that it doesn't get stretched or anything when you remove it. Mine is not super sticky at this point because I have used it so much. And I have loved it. So I'm just going to roughly center it. Okay, good enough. And we are using this beautiful color of chalk paste called glittering copper. Oh my gosh. This is such a pretty color. And I was tempted to do black and white again, but I've been doing so much black and white lately that I just decided to go crazy. So I'm going to just take some blobs out, and I'm going to essentially tack my stencil down with some blobs. and then I will hold it still while I apply my chalk paste. Let me put on my glasses so I can see what I'm doing. So I hope you guys are doing well. Who is ready for fall to be here? I live, in case you didn't know, I live in Georgia, just north of Atlanta, and it is seriously feeling like fall. I'm trying not to get too excited about it though. I've got way too much, because I know in Georgia that we get this burst of cooler weather that feels like fall, and everybody starts to pull out their sweaters, and then it goes back to 9 million degrees again for another month. So I am totally, look how much extra I had. This really doesn't take very much. I am totally ready for fall. Totally. Okay, so now I've got it on. It looks like it's covering everything, and all I am doing is grabbing the big globs. Those don't look great on your design. Okay. So I put most of that back. It was really more than what I even needed. And let's do the peel and reveal. Oh my gosh. This would be gorgeous in the glittering black. It would be gorgeous in the glittering gold, or the glittering rose gold, or the glittering silver, or this glittering copper. Oh my goodness, it's beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna throw this in my tub of water. Wow. Isn't that pretty? So I'm not quite finished, so don't hop off just yet. But if you're wanting to look at the designs that Magnolia has, comment stencils, and they'll take you to the stencils. If you specifically want to look at what they have for fall, comment fall. And if you want to look at the clearance section, comment clearance. And I will dig up some links for these shelf sitters. So this is going to be gorgeous, and it's beautiful right now, but I want to show you how to do the edging that I love so much. Sometimes I will use part of a kitchen scrubby sponge, and I'll dip it either in paint or in some chalk paste, and I'll just run that along the edges. But honestly, my preferred method is a palette knife. So I'm going to put some chalk paste on my paper plate, and I'm holding it like this, and I'm just going to go around the edges, and it's going to pull a little bit off here and there. It is subtle, and what I have found is that you can always come back and add more, but you can't come back and add less. So go light your first coat. Can you see what I have done there? It's not a straight line. That's what I love about it. And these surfaces do have some distressing on the edges, but I wanted it to be this same gorgeous color, which is called glittering copper. Look at that one. That turned out pretty. The less perfect it is, in my opinion, the better. Like right here. Ooh, it's so pretty. Right there. Can you see that? Okay, let's do the top. And then what I will do is I will let this dry. And then I probably will come back and do a little bit more palette knife edging. Once this layer is dry. Okay, and that's it. And it is fabulous. I didn't know if I was gonna like. This is a kind of a creamy white, so of course I'm gonna love it. I didn't know how I was gonna feel about this color, this copper, but oh my gosh. It is stunning. So let me know if you have questions. Feel free to sprinkle. I've got it on my fingers. Do a this or a this. Don't hesitate to sprinkle. Did I say that already? And most important, have a blessed and wonderful rest of your day. Come back later and I'll get pictures of this project. I'll put them here in these comments, and I'll also just drop them on my Facebook page, which is DIY Dreaming. All right. See you guys later. Have a wonderful day.